I would highly recommend for district level staff to attend the secondary Lenses on Learning sessions. Throughout the 6 sessions, I found a lot of research-based strategies that I was able to take back and immediately implement with the teachers throughout the district at all different types of high schools. With the secondary Lenses on Learning sessions, I found that in working with the sessions and the Common Core, there were many places where the two overlapped, especially when it came to the 8 standards for mathematical practice. The secondary Lenses on Learning session gave life to the 8 standards of mathematical practices for me, with real life, hands-on, engaging math problems that were tough, that you had to persevere to get through, and that it showed teachers that there can be success in a math classroom when it's student-centered.
The big thing that this curriculum showed me was how to formatively assess students, gave me some really baseline strategies for doing that. And through working with secondary Lenses on Learning and really having to reflect on my own classroom and the math teachers' classrooms in my school, I really took a hard look at what I was doing to my students and how I could change that. So I went back the next year and completely revised how I grade students and assess students to a more standards-based classroom and saw wonderful gains in my students. But in terms of lower level students engaging more with the curriculum and what I was asking them to do, and higher level students taking that next step.
This past year, we just finished up our secondary Lenses on Learning. It was a 2-year session spread out over 2 years. And my big takeaway for that whole thing was, students being successful in math starts with them being confident and knowing and feeling like they're good math students. And my big takeaway from secondary Lenses on Learning was looking for ways to find value in students' way of thinking. It's not forcing them into my way of thinking. It's helping them find value in their way of thinking and drawing that out of them and letting them find success in their own way. And for me, that was profound. Like I just hadn't been thinking of it that way, and now it drives the way I think about preparing for every lesson.
It was an excellent experience for us to work as a team. We were able to use the same language, common language. We were able to relate it to the Common Instructional Framework strategies that we had been studying through New Schools Project also. So the 3 of us from my school were able to, I would say, deepen our understanding of the Common Instructional Framework strategies, as well as relate it to math and see teaching math very differently from the way we had seen it before. Working with our central office math coach was also an opportunity for us to learn a little bit more about what was going on in central office, as well as share ideas. So it was an excellent opportunity for us to broaden our horizons and to see a different perspective, and hopefully she saw a different perspective from our view as well.
Over the last couple of years, I've had an opportunity to participate in secondary Lenses on Learning, both as a principal of Duplin Early College High School and also as lead achievement coach for our school system. And I can say without a doubt it has transformed how I approach instructional leadership, as well as helped transform instruction within our classrooms. And I'm also looking forward to the impact it's going to have for teachers across our district. The biggest impact that I'll say that the training has had on me and the teachers that I've worked with deals around classroom talk and really giving teachers specifically in the math classroom, but really teachers in all classrooms, an opportunity to see what effective talk looks like within a math classroom or within any class. It gives information on how to get students from talking directly to the teacher or the teacher talking directly to students really talking with each other and sharing ideas and developing their own understanding for the concepts or for their new learning.
Being a counselor, I do not really have a mathematical background. So I had to say it was difficult for me at first. After the SLOL session, I really felt comfortable with math. being that we do SAT, ACT testing, I now have our 4th and 5th years in a SAT, ACT prep class. SOL really helped me to be able to feel comfortable teaching these children the math that they really need to succeed on these college entrance exams. What I took from the SOL session, I really learned that I was not as involved in the classroom experience as I wanted to be. I was not going into classrooms every other day to every day to really see these teachers teaching these lessons, and not only in the math classes, but every class. I really took that away and learned that I, as a counselor, have to move myself out of the office. Just let the paperwork wait till the end of the day and really observe these teachers and interact with these kids and learn what's going on in the classroom. That is the way that I can better serve them, and I